sailing the Tangaroa.
Here comes Tangaroa. Welcome to the Kimberley.
After arriving in the West Kimberlies, we get straight to work exploring the dramatic gorges and isolated coastline. We forage for huge wild rock oysters and find an abandoned home nestled in amongst a tropical rainforest garden called the Squatter's Arms. And we also have our first encounter with a croc.
One man says to do, another man says dirty work, boy, and one man says to do.
There's a lot of oysters.
Yum yum, oysters for dinner tonight. Rock oysters. Delicious.
Sails are up and we're all moving from our anchorage and we're going to head over across to Cockatoo Island to grab some fuel. This is one stop where you can get fuel. It's very limited in the Kimberlies and I'm not sure if we can get fuel any further than this point, so we're just going over to grab about 40 litres, 2 jerrys, and hey, nice one. Just out of the channel, you got it, eh?
Yeah. Haven't had fish, we've been fish deprived, and then I got this bad boy.
Nice.
So we're back on. We've just arrived at Cockatoo Island. We're gonna get a bit of unleaded fuel. We only need 40 litres, 20 litres for the tender and 20 litres for the main. This is our last fuel stop, probably before Darwin. So yeah, hopefully we're going to have enough fuel. The wind's been pretty light up here so far, so we've been doing a little bit of motor sailing. But yeah, so Cockatoo Island's an open cut iron ore mine. As you can see, they've cut half the island away, and I believe there used to be a resort on here. And
really?
Also there's some unexploded ordnance area you're not meant to anchor because there's meant to be unexploded shells on the bottom here, so hopefully we don't hit one of them when we put the anchor down. But yeah, we're going to go in here, get some fuel, and we called them up on the radio and they said to come up also for a beer up to the bar. The bar is open, so it sounds like we're obliged to go and have a cold beer up there after we get fuel. So anyway,
Won't say no to a cold beer.
say no to a cold beer.
Just grabbing some fuel.
Yeah, yep. Spinnaker run past Kookaburra. What do they call it? Cockatoo Island, Spinnaker run.
Where are we going?
Big iron ore mine. We're going to Silver Gull, so we just got some fuel.
Afterglow's got their spinnaker up, chasing us down. So we just got our fuel and it was $3.25 per litre, which is the most we've ever paid in Australia. So I think we got about, it was closer to 50 litres, $162.50. So hopefully we don't have to buy any more this trip.
So she rides on the whispering wind, her eyes burn a hole in the sky. Moon rises on the harbor, I'm a long way out of sight. 2,400 miles away, my feet land gently on the
We're just sailing in Yampi Sound at the moment, heading past Coolin Island. There's a big iron ore mine there out of Coolin Island up here in the Kimberley. Having an unreal spinnaker run. Hannah's just had a deck shower. Beautiful afternoon in the Kimberley.
But right now we're having the most dream run from Cockatoo Island down to Silver Gull Creek. We have the spinnaker up and the mainsail, and we're doing just over 4 knots, and it's so pleasant, and we're sailing through the Buccaneer Archipelago, and it is amazing. Definitely celebrating life today. We are feeling very blessed and stoked to be able to do this sailing dream, because today is just unreal, and every day is pretty bloody unreal.
Across the water, kindly mountain rubs against the sky.
G'day guys. I'll give you a little tour. We're just up in top side of Silver Gull Creek in the Kimberlies, and there used to be a residence up here. People used to live up here. They found fresh water and built a little tropical paradise, which we're going to have a bit of footage of, and we'll show you through it. Really nice temp up here at the moment. Tides just running out. At the moment we've got about 4.5 metre tides. They do get a lot bigger. I believe like 12 metre tides they get up here, so a lot of water movement at times. But I'm just going to take you on a little tour of where we are and where we're anchored. So we've got fresh spring water, so we're just using all our other water for washing all our clothes. It's pretty warm up here, so we've got some just draining on the tram. Pretty boring live aboard lifestyle stuff. That is the little residence, and just beyond that little house is a freshwater spring and a big tank in the shade of a heap of pandanus palms that you can swim in and cool off. They would have been up here all wet season, so imagine how hot it would get. They got a cool little place there and heaps of irrigation. They used to irrigate it all, so it would have just been lush with palms, and some of it's dying off a bit now. I'll just take you down into the galley and we'll just see what Han's doing. Hey babe, what's happening?
I'm just making a massive batch of hummus.
Massive batch of hummus. That sounds pretty good. Excellent food. We just had some fish for lunch. We're on a fish diet again. I caught a nice Spanish mackerel yesterday. What do you do when you got too much mackerel? You smoke that mackerel.
The scenic bush block perched on top of a cliff overlooking the turquoise water had been home to a couple for 20 years. When they sailed into the creek and decided to build a home, a freshwater swimming tank and grow a tropical garden, which wouldn't have been easy when it is only accessible by boat or by a chopper. It is now abandoned and a little bit eerie, but we loved it all the same.
Wow, Dunny with a view. Not bad, not bad. That's the hose.
We're heading out. This is a freshwater spring, so it just constantly runs. Really good spring water. So there's a residence. People used to camp up here. I don't think the reason obviously someone could live up here is because there's a freshwater spring here, and this hose just constantly runs. Beautiful. And then when we're finished, we just throw it back in the water.
I am the sun, shining bright. I've been here since the dawn of light. You silly things burning coal for steam, I give to you and I give for free. I am the trees in a forest green, strong and tall as tall can be. I give the air and wood to build with, but you take more than I can give. Oh mother, mother of life.
Imagine in a hot day how nice it'd be down in there.
Oh my god. How is this place?
Yeah.
Oh, the water's so warm.
What do you reckon, darling?
It's so beautiful.
What a way to spend the arvo.
Yeah. Afternoon in the tank.
So this was the tropical paradise I said someone had built up the top of Silver Gold Creek. And we're just sitting in their water tank, infinity pool. This is the overflow. All ferns, and then look out to the gorge.
Rocks you're standing on. I've seen changes and I've weathered storms. Looks like you're starting another one.
So we're anchored up Silver Gold Creek, and we're in crocodile country at the moment, but we haven't discovered any crocs yet, and we were keeping our eye out, but we just didn't think there were any up there. And anyway, so I had this float out. This was on a trip line on a stern anchor that I had when I was anchored up the creek, and woke up this morning to it flat, and there's all these little suspect teeth marks on both sides of this pinky. So I'm pretty sure that it wasn't a shark, but I could be wrong, but it does look very suspect and crocodile-like. So that's our first encounter. And yeah, I'm going to have to be a little bit more vigilant. I'm not going to dangle my feet over the side anymore.
Welcome to one of the most unique anchorages that we have ever been to. It's called Crocodile Creek in the West Kimberlies, Australia.
So we're just dinging up Crocodile Creek on low tide, and I'm freaking out a bit.
We just found out that there's crocodiles.
There's got to be crocs here.
Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Yeehaw!